Welcome to Unit 3, and in this unit, you'll learn everything you need to know for cellular energetics.
Now, where it happens, the chloroplast, okay? The chloroplast is an amazing little organelle. Let's make it green. It's an amazing little organelle that we find within plants, okay? And as you remember, it has an outer membrane, an inner membrane, and these thylakoids and stroma. The thylakoid and the stroma is the most important part because in the thylakoid membranes, okay, we find chlorophyll, and that is the pigments that make plants look green. We find the electron transport chain and the light reactions. So this is where it first transforms light energy. Then in the stroma, let's do this in different color. In the stroma, we find the Calvin cycle. And this is where carbon dioxide is going to be reduced to form glucose. Okay, now what this means is that the chloroplasts have different regions that support different parts of photosynthesis. And you need to be able to identify these two different regions. Now, chloroplasts have an amazing structure in order to do this. As we've learned, they are double membraned. Okay, they have a double membrane, meaning they have an outer cellular membrane and they also have an inner cellular membrane. Okay, they also have thylakoid membranes on the inside. So one of these is called a thylakoid. And if it's stacked like this, we call it a grana. And then the fluid-filled interior is called the stroma. Now, inside these thylakoid membranes, okay, remember if I say it's a membrane, that it has a biphospholipid layer, okay? This is where we'll find the pigment chlorophyll. That helps photosystems do their work. We have an electron transport chain. We have ATP synthase, and this is where the light reactions happen. So all these reactions, they need light. Okay, so inside these thylakoids, this is where the light reactions happen. And then in the stroma of the chloroplast, this is where we find the Calvin cycle, which is used for carbon fixation. Okay, so basically taking in carbon dioxide and turning that carbon dioxide into a carbohydrate. And yeah, so that's for carbohydrate production. And carbohydrate production will happen here in this fluid-filled space. And these reactions are also sometimes referred to as the light. You can say the light independent because it doesn't need light. It's independent of light. And sometimes it's also called the dark phase. Okay. Because it doesn't need light. The light reactions happens here in the thylakoid membranes. Now, photosynthesis, the name itself implies that you're using photo, which means light, okay? And synthesis means to make. So the name in itself, so this is light, syntha means make, and if you see this suffix, it means it is a process. So it's a process that we make things with light. And it has two phases. We have the light reactions and the Calvin cycle. The light reactions is sometimes referred to as light dependent because it requires light. Without light, it will not happen. And the Calvin cycle is sometimes referred to as the light independent or the dark phase, okay? Because it does not directly require light. If you like that lesson, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you for the next one.